In a state where rural charm is rapidly being replaced by concrete mega projects, concerns are now being raised about how much is too much. The Goa government is now considering a major move to conduct a carrying capacity study of village panchayats before giving the green light to future projects. Here's the full story. The issue of rampant mega projects disrupting village life in Goa hit the floor of the assembly today. Raising the alarm was Aldona MLA Carlos Ferreira, who flagged how unchecked developments are transforming the demographic and cultural fabric of the state's rural heartlands.
Right now we are facing problems about road, we are also having problems relating to spaces, and we are having problems relating to water. And now with the regulations which you are bringing, you are reducing even the time frames of panchayat to decide whether they will not even have time to go for inspections and all that. And this will be a major problem which they will face. In the context of the Gramsabhas, I am not talking of single units, I am not talking of a few units, but when it comes to multiple units, large units, what we call mega projects, or these big gated colonies which come, which change the democratic pattern, which are now invading my constituency. Already it is now in other parts of the coastal areas of Bardes and other places in Salsette have already come, especially the coastal belts, where you have huge villas like 90 villas or flats and all which are coming. What kind of an assurance can you give as to do this? My first question.
In response, Panchayat Minister Movin Gudino acknowledged the issue and stated that Gram Sabhas do not have the power to stop a project and a Panchayat is merely an issuing body.
Panchayats do not have the mechanism to judge the carrying capacity of a village. Normally what happens, the normal procedure which you must be knowing, the plans get passed by the Town and Country Planning Department and or the PDAs and other agencies. They come for only grant of license to the panchayat. That is our role. Now in spite of that, what happens sometimes is, in villages obviously they call now the term mega project is there, and rightly so. In some cases people object, but a objection yeta tenna Gram Sabha munasta. Everybody gathers there, they create objection, and they have in some cases even stop projects. Things what have been cleared by other departments. As he says, yes, it is like a post office only, but they nevertheless hold the projects. And you know the reasons why in certain panchayats, certain huge projects are being held up, and only after certain things happen, they get cleared. You and I know it, the entire house knows it. I don't want to say that in the house, but as against that background, speaker sir, जे already आमका proposal clear जावन येता, PDN आसून दी, बाकीचे permission, environmental clearance आसून दी, बाकीचे आसून दी, पंचायत कशे हाडायतले? Can I get a law to obstruct that? As you rightly say, Gram Sabha may say we don't want, but that does not mean to say Gram Sabha can stop it. Then they go in appeal, they have to give the decision which is legally correct, and then the projects come up.
MLA Vijay Sardesai then went on to question the minister over carrying capacity study of villages in the state.
You know that there is huge influx, there is a strain on our resources, and therefore a carrying capacity study is required. My simple question is, as a representative of the cabinet answering this question, is the government wanting to carry out a carrying capacity study?
The minister in his reply then stated, the government will consider conducting a carrying capacity study by involving various departments for every panchayat across Goa. This, he said, would ensure informed decisions about approving large-scale developments in villages. Key factors like population density, khazan lengths, cultivable fields, and village strata would all be considered to create clear project guidelines.
The government will work on a sort of mechanism wherein we can perhaps consider as guidelines to the panchayat what is according to the carrying capacity or according to the number of people living in the villages, what is the strata, whether there are khazan lands, whether there are fields, what can be permissions can be given or not to be given. We can work out some guidelines.
No. हांव म्हणटा की कॅरिंग कॅपॅसिटीची स्टडी जावची म्हणून ग्रामसभा मागता. पंचायतीच्यान ते करपाक तांचे कडेन रिसोर्सीस ना आनी तांचे कडेन नो हाव ना. सरकार ती कॅरिंग कॅपॅसिटी स्टडी करूंक सोदता, गायडलायन्स न्ही, कॅरिंग कॅपॅसिटीची स्टडी. कॅरिंग कॅपॅसिटी स्टडी म्हळ्यार कितें हें जर तूं प्रश्न विचारता हांव तुका फुडें सांगता. पूण कॅरिंग कॅपेसिटी स्टडीज मंत्र्याक खबर आसतली ही तुमी करपाक तयारी तुमची आसा ओ ना हो म्हाका सादो येस ऑर नो क्वेश्चन जाय.
स्पीकर सर, हांव मान्य करता जे मान्य सुरेश प्रभूनी उलयल्ले ते सारकें. आमी डेव्हलपमेंट आमकां जाय, गोंय आमकां फुडें गेल्लें जाय, कशें वयतलें, कितले पुसान आमी एलाव करतले आनी ते हितून तरी कॅरिंग कॅपेसिटी स्टडी करपा जाय. हितून दुसरेय डिपार्टमेंट इन्वॉल्व जातले. हांव म्हाज्या डिपार्टमेंटाचो मूव करून बाकीचे सगळे डिपार्टमेंटा इन्वॉल्व करून वी वील work out, try to work out a mechanism to work out the carrying capacity of every village in Goa for that matter.
With Goa's rural fabric hanging in the balance, the proposed study could be a step towards more responsible and community-friendly planning. But whether the proposal turns into policy remains to be seen. Dylan Rodriguez, Subhashish Govekar and Muzaif Sheikh for Goa 365.